To arms. My name is Matt Paslansky, and this is my first video, so I'll give you a brief description of what my videos are going to be about my channel. Be armor. Tonight I'm going to be showing you a chainmail tutorial, a little bit of what I can show you. I don't have any wire. I plan to be picking some more up shortly, and a better camera. I'm using my phone right now. Other than that. Knives, swords, blacksmithing, bladesmithing, and armor smithing, maybe some lamellar armor, and we might play with a little plate armor this year. So, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys like my video, like it and subscribe to it. I have a Twitter account, Call to Arms, same thing, and let me know what you guys think. And let's get started with this tutorial. Chainmail, I have my completed shirt right here. Was first to be thought up by the Celts around 400 BC. Then the Romans adapted it for what they needed. This is a 4-in-1 pattern, most common pattern in Europe. There's also a 6- and 8-in-1 pattern, but those aren't as common. And I'll show you guys in a little bit what I'm referring to. This is my full shirt. It has body, sleeves, and everything like that. Those rings are about 7/8. I'll be showing you my 7/8 rings rod and my jig. And so let's jump into this tutorial and go at it. Okay. Right here I have my jig. This is my empty spool wire. The wire will go on here. And you have a hole right here. That's where you would insert your wire. Let's see if I have a piece of scrap. Here we go. This is a piece of scrap wire I can't really use anymore. You put it in the hole, and this would feed to your spool. And you would take a hand crank or a nice drill, and you would spin the wire, and you get these nice rings, but they'd be in long coils. I generally get about 250 rings per coil. And you have to cut them with a pair of bolt cutters. These are 12-inch bolt cutters. 8-inch ones work nice too, what I've seen. You can also use a pair of tin snips. I use these for quite a while. They kind of get junky on you after a while, though. You'll need 2 pairs of pliers you have here. And I have just a pair of wire cutters down here just to have, just in case. So yeah, I'll show you. I have a thing I was working on, and to show you guys, here is this is like a little segment of wire, and I'll show you guys how to make this, and I'll add on to it just to show you. Now what this is chainmail, and it's a 4-in-1 pattern. You see it in every single ring. There are 4 other rings attaching to it. Hence 4-in-1. If it was a 6-in-1 pattern, you'd have 6 rings into it, and if it was a 8-in-1 pattern, you have 8 rings. I'll be showing you guys how to do that tonight. Maybe in the future. Let me know, and we'll get to it. So I'm going to set my camera up and get started. So I'll be right back with you guys in a second. Okay, my camera's set up, and let's start making some chainmail. Now what you want to do is with your cut rings, you have them like this. They'll have a little step up from them. What you want to do is you want to take your pliers and simply, where's my camera? You want to simply close that ring as best as you can. See, now this is butted mail. This is not riveted, where you would actually rivet it together. Let's see if that'll focus. Okay, if you guys can see that, that's awesome, because I'm kind of having trouble looking at it right now. Now, with riveted mail, you would actually have the pieces riveted together with a piece of wire going through. Hold up, guys. My camera's falling. Okay, let's hope that works. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. But you would actually hammer this flat, and you would rivet a piece of wire through it, and it'd be a lot stronger and not so easy to pull apart. And that would actually make the mail somewhat stab-proof or lunge-proof. So you want to make 4 of these, just like so. Now this is kind of like the most time-consuming part of it and the most boring in my opinion. Just kind of go with it and you'll eventually get there. You want to make a lot of these though. These are just 4-in-1s. Kind of like basic things. I don't know what you want to call them. Okay, you have your 4 rings right here, and then you want to take one, just take it and bend it a little bit. You can wear gloves, you can use another pair of pliers. I just kind of use my thumb with these bigger rings. Take the 4 that you just closed up and put them on to here. And you want to close that guy up. And you have made, I guess, a segment, you can call it, segment of chainmail. And you want to see how that works, and it forms just the same thing with this. Now, I'll show you guys how to make a few more, and we'll go from there. I will release another video on how to spin wire, and I'll be using smaller rings too. I'll be using 1/4 inch to 5/16 inch rings. 5/16 inch rings. You guys let me know what you want, and I'll do it. Probably be a 4-in-1 pattern, seeing how that was the most commonly used during medieval times, which will be fun. Now, my shirt took almost a whole 1/4 mile, so this is just kind of what's left over to show you guys. It's not quite there. Sometimes you get lucky and you get ones that are already open for you. Sometimes they're close. Okay. And we're getting there. See, that's 2 already up. You just kind of want to get a rough fit to it. And there you go. Some of you guys might be wondering, how do you link this together? Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that your center rows of rings are running the same way. You guys see that? How this ring is going that way, that ring is going that way, and that ring is going... Which way is that ring going? It's going that way. Now what you're going to want to do is take this ring over here and that ring over there. Now, I am right-handed, so what I'll end up doing is I'll take it down through here and up through here. I'm going to go down these 2 right here, 1, 2, and up through these 2 right here. And that will make another 4-in-1 pattern. I'll show you guys that here in a second. Just twist it this way. You don't want to pull it apart, because then it becomes hard to close. I had to find that out the hard way. And take it up the 2 and down, up the 2, down the 2 and up the 2. Close the guy off. And you are making chainmail. That is chainmail right here. Start it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and go over it again. Okay. See that? And see how it just continues the pattern, how you have 4, and then 4, and then 4, and then soon to be 4. Okay. So you see how this is all this way. Now this is how to do it vertical. Yeah, vertical, and I guess you guys are wondering how to bring it sideways now. I already have one made up, and I'll make another one, and I'll show you guys how to do that. As you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both the same, running this way, but I'm actually going to put this on top here and make it longer. This is just to show you guys. I'm not actually going to use this in any piece of armor, seeing I already have my shirt done. So I will pause the video, I will make some more of these, and I'll show you guys how to do it. Okay guys, I'm back, and as you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each I have 3 segments of these chain links, 5, and we're actually going to weave these into a cloth-like mail thing. Here you have this. We're going to turn this into this, and then we're going to bring it up on top here. Weave it in on top. Now what you're going to want to do is you want to bring these, you want to match your pattern up on each side, and you want to make sure your center rings are running the same. Or your side rings, or however you want to do it. Just make sure you have something consistent where your rings are running the same. I like to go by the center rings. It's a lot easier to identify for me. It's the way I've been doing it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go pretty much do the same thing we did here, except sideways. Go down through these two and up through these two. Now if you're left-handed, like some people, I'm not, I'm right, excuse me, I'm going to go, you go down through these two if you're left, and up through, sorry about that, up through these two if you're the right. So, I'll show you guys here. Take here, divide your ring, go up, or down, then up. So I got a little ahead of myself there. Okay. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take then the top 2 rings you just linked, right here and right here. You want to kind of pull these down, just like that, and then link it. You'll want to do this all the way up. And you can do one thing by just getting all your rings kind of lined up for you. It moves a little bit faster sometimes. And remember, the faster you go, the more mistakes you make, so this kind of pace that works for you, stick with it. Now, to make your foreign ones, you can just cut all your rings. You can do that watching TV or something like that, and do that. And I did it watching TV with my parents, actually, and I did that for about a month and a half. It took me about 4 months to actually get my mail coat done. And for the mailers out there, you'll know that chainmail is called mail armor. It's not actually called chainmail, that's kind of what non-mailers call it, but for the sake of guys that do not mail, it's called chainmail. So I'll refer to that, I guess, or both, or just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Mail, chainmail, same thing. You can see what we did was that we added another 4-in-1 segment here. We linked them to the middle, and you can see that every single one has 4 in it, except for, every single one does, except for this one right here. That's the one that won't. And the way you link it is I actually took it around my calf, went around, and then just did the 4-in-1 thing. I did the same thing that you'll see over here when I put it up on top, just around my calf to make my sleeves. Okay. So you're going to want to take it down, up, and close. Now this is just butted mail, so just kind of get it close. riveted mail takes a little bit more time and patience, and you need to be a little bit better skilled at it. I've never done it, but if you guys do this and you go out and do this yourself, write me on Twitter. I don't know if you can do that. Message me or something like that. I'll give you my email address and some of your pictures and stuff like that of your mailed cloth and what you did with it, and it'd be pretty cool if you did. Love to see you guys' projects. I actually started this off as a project. I didn't intend on making a YouTube video, but there's some questions that some of the videos left for me, so I just decided to make my own. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, put it on my Twitter, call to arms, subscribe to my channel, write it in the comment box, let me guys what you guys think, and I'll answer them. I might just do videos, or I might actually write. I don't know, I haven't made up my mind yet. So, I might do like, answer questions Friday or something. Who knows? We'll see where it takes us. Now you see I have 2 pieces of mail that are relatively close in size. Actually, they're exact same size. And what you'll end up wanting to do is, you see how I line these up to where the rings are all going the same direction. You have my center ring here going this way, and all of them are doing the same thing. You want to do the same thing, like you're just weaving in here. You're going to go up here, or down here, up through here. And you'll just kind of do that, and then you'll want to go from there. You're going to want to go down here, up through here, and then just kind of go and follow it all the way across. I'll show you guys how that looks. Okay, get this lined up. I will show you what I am using currently as my phone stand for my camera. I'm just using my phone right now. And you just see how you can't even really tell where that's linked. It was this ring right here, and you want to go down this one and up this one. See if you guys get an overhead shot. Down this one, up this one. And you shouldn't really be able to tell, or you shouldn't be able to tell at all where you put the rings in unless you know where you did. Now you see this one's a little bit more twisted than I wanted it to, so it's going to be a little bit more of a pain. Let's get this. Okay. Go. Move it over a little bit. Down. Up. Down and up. Now if you were to miss one, here I'll show you guys what that would look like. Let's say I go over one too far, I forgot to do that one, and you'll have this lovely hole. See how that looks? Got this lovely little hole right here. Not that hard to fix, just lay it back down. I like to kind of work with it when it's clumped up and a little bit tighter. And I can see where I missed. I don't know if you guys can though, sorry about that. Like I said, hopefully I'll get better as I go along with my videos. And yeah. Now, a quick thing of how to arrange your chainmail. I had to go through and do it and actually learn by looking at it. You see how this is the proper way to do it? You have it run, the rings running back and forth, and this is a lot denser than having it like this, which just leaves holes, pretty much. So you go on, prepare to do it like this. It may look quicker the one way, but this way is actually the way it's supposed to do, and I did bigger rings so I could practice, and then I'm going to do smaller rings. So I'm gonna pause it. I'll pause it real quick. I'll show you what I'm using as my stand, and then we'll do a little cover over what we'll do in future projects. So yeah, right now this is what I use in my stand. I just kind of jerry-rigged it with duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything, so let's get to it. And yeah. Okay guys, if you made it this far, thank you. I just wanted to say that this is my first video and it has to be rough. I just know it has to be. Anyways, so this is what we did today. We continued on to my previous made chainmail cloth, I guess you can call it. And you want to make sure it's running this way. You can see how much more dense that is than compared to this way. And you can see how many more holes that is. It's just won't work. It's a little bit harder to get this arranged in your hand. So thanks guys. One thing I will be doing shortly is getting some steel wire, and I will be getting you guys the tutorial on how to make your own rings. I have finals coming up quick for school, so it'll be a week or so before I post my next video. I will show you what I use in comparison to the rod I use to make these rings, and what I'll be making to make my next rings. So let me get that for you guys real quick. Okay, so I already got my 2 rings. This is my, I think, a 7/8 ring, and it's what I actually use to make all these rings. Now in comparison, here's my 5/16 rings, or rod I will be using to make my rings, and this is my 1/4 inch rod. So a 1/16 of a difference on here. It's not really going to make anything except for a denser pattern. But let me guys know what you want, and I'll see if I can get away with this, because the hole's kind of big and I'm a little worried about it. But I'll see what I can get away with. If I'll have to weld or solder or weaver, hand crank, or use a drill. But subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter. I'll try and do a weekly video in the summer, maybe a few more. I will be getting a new camera here shortly. It'll be a head mount camera, so you'll be able to see that, and hopefully it's a waterproof one, depending on my budget. So let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, like my video. Thank you.